Good morning students. In this class I will be doing class 9 CBSE syllabus quadrilaterals chapter. This is the 8th chapter in our textbook. In my previous class I have completed triangles chapter. So now we will be doing quadrilaterals chapter. Okay, this is the 8th chapter. So we know many types of quadrilaterals already. So before going that, what is quadrilateral? Quadrilateral is any four-sided figure is called a quadrilateral. Quadri means four. Quadrilateral means four-sided figure. So any four-sided figure is called a quadrilateral. Okay. So what are all the quadrilaterals? We know already: square, rectangle, rhombus, trapezium, isosceles trapezium, kite. So all these are types of quadrilaterals we know. Parallelogram, all these are quadrilaterals we know. Okay, then comes these are all the types of quadrilaterals we know. Then after this we have angle sum property of quadrilateral. So for a triangle, angle sum property is 180 degree. So for a quadrilateral, angle sum property is 360 degree. Okay, now in these type of quadrilaterals, in this chapter we are going to learn about parallelogram, that is properties of parallelogram. So we have many properties. That properties I will explain you now. Now we will see properties of parallelogram. First property is the diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into two congruent triangles. Okay. So when you take a parallelogram, ABCD, when ABCD is a parallelogram, the diagonal of the parallelogram. So when you are dividing this parallelogram into two triangles through a diagonal AC, it divides the diagonal of that parallelogram, divides it into two congruent triangles. So these two triangles are congruent to each other. This is the first property. The diagonal of a parallelogram. So this AC divides parallelogram ABCD into two congruent triangles of equal area. So a diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into two congruent triangles. Okay, this is the first property. Then second one is, in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. So when you take ABCD as a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. That is, AB is equal to CD and BC is equal to DA. Opposite sides are equal. That is the second property. Then third one is, if each pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral is equal. If each pair of opposite sides of a parallelogram is equal. If each pair of an opposite sides of a quadrilateral is equal, then it is a parallelogram. So any four-sided figure, that is only quadrilateral we will say. So any four-sided figure which has opposite sides equal, then we will say that as a parallelogram. Then next one is, fourth property is, in a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. So what are the opposite angles here? Angle A is equal to angle C. Angle A and C are opposite to each other. So same way, angle B and D are opposite. So in a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. That is, angle A is equal to angle C and angle B is equal to angle D. So these are the four properties. Few more properties we have that we will see now. Next property is fifth one. If in a quadrilateral each pair of opposite angles is equal, then it is a parallelogram. So when you take any four-sided figure, that only is called as quadrilateral. Any four-sided figure if you take, if each pair of opposite angles is equal, that is, if you take ABCD, as quadrilateral, ABCD, in this angle A is equal to angle C. Okay. Each pair of opposite angles is equal. If angle A is equal to angle C and angle B is equal to angle D, then we will say it as a parallelogram. Then next property is the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. So here AC and BD are diagonals. So they bisect each other at a point O. If we say that this one is, these two measurements are equal and these two, they bisect each other. Okay. If the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Then next property is, if the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other. So this is vice versa of that previous property. In the previous property it is given the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. The next one is, if the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, then we will say that as a parallelogram. Okay, then last property is, a quadrilateral is a parallelogram if a pair of opposite sides is equal and parallel. This is opposite to that. That is, a quadrilateral is a parallelogram if a pair of opposite sides are equal and parallel. So these are the properties of parallelogram. So with the help of these properties, we will be doing exercise sums now. Now we will do exercise sums. First sum is exercise 8.1. First sum is the angles of a quadrilateral are in the ratio 3:5:9:13. Find all angles of the quadrilateral. We know that sum of angles in a quadrilateral is 360 degree. So here this is given in the ratio. Okay, so we will take this as 3x plus 5x plus 9x plus 13. 13x is equal to 360 degree. So the given angles of a quadrilateral are in the ratio 3:5:9:13. So when these, since this is in the ratio, we will take that as 3x, 5x, 9x and 13x. If you add all these things, we will get 360 degree. So if you add this, 3 plus 5, 8, 8 plus 9, 17, 17 plus 13 is 30. So 30x is equal to 360. So my x value is 12 degree. So x is 12. 360 by 30, it is 12. X is equal to 12. Now we will find the angles of the quadrilateral. So 3x. If x is equal to 12, 3x is equal to 3 into 12. That is equal to 36 degree. Then next one is 5x. So 5x is equal to 5 into 12. 5 12s are 60 degree. Then next one is 9x. 9x is equal to 9 into 12. That is equal to 108. Then next one is 13x. 13 into 12. So 13 into 12 is 26. 13, 156. That is equal to 156 degree. So if you add all these things, you have to get 360 degree. So 156, 108, 60, 36. 12, 26, 9, 60. So we are getting 360 degree. So these are the three angles for the given ratio. Now next sum is, if the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, then show that it is a rectangle. So for proving this, we will take ABCD. This is a parallelogram. In this, AC is equal to BC. According to the question, we will take two set of triangles, prove the congruency. With the help of that, we will prove that it is a rectangle. Actually, if for a parallelogram and rectangle, opposite sides are equal. There is no change in that. Only regarding the angles we will see. For a parallelogram, the angles, the vertex angles, that won't be 90 degree. But for a rectangle, it will be 90 degree. So that is the extra property we will have for a rectangle. So for parallelogram and rectangle, for both, opposite sides are equal. So no need to prove that separately. Only thing we need to prove is 90 degree. If one side of one angle of the parallelogram, if we are proving that it is 90 degree, then the whole parallelogram will become rectangle. So for proving that, whatever is given in the question, from that we will take two triangles from the parallelogram. That is, in the question it is given the diagonals of the parallelogram are equal. So AC and BD are the diagonals. So we will take the triangles that includes that diagonals. So ABC, we will take two triangles. Before that we will write what are all the things given. Given ABCD is a parallelogram with diagonals equal. With diagonals equal. Okay, then to prove ABCD is a ABCD is a rectangle. We are asked to prove that ABCD is a rectangle. Okay, so now we will take two triangles. So which two triangles? With the diagonals we will take. So ABC, triangle ABC. So in triangle ABC and triangle ABD. ABC, that triangle we have taken, that is with the diagonal. Then ABD. ABD. Those two triangles we will take. So in this triangle ABC and ABD, BC is equal to AD. BC is equal to AD. This is opposite sides of parallelogram. So it is equal. Opposite sides of the parallelogram are equal. Then next one is AC is equal to BD. AC is the diagonal for triangle ABC and BD is the diagonal. BD is the diagonal. That diagonal become one of the sides of the triangle ABD. Same way for ABC also. So AC is equal to BD. AC is equal to BD. So this is given in the question that diagonals of the parallelogram are equal. So AC is equal to BD. Then AB is common to both the triangles. AB is equal to AD. So this is common. AB is equal to AB. This is common. So with this one, by SSS congruency, we can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ABD. So this is by SSS congruency. Okay. Now what I told you in the beginning, if we prove that the angle is 90 degree, then we can say that I said. Now we have proved the congruency of these two triangles. So by CPCT, we can say that angle ABC, that is this angle ABC is equal to angle BAD, this angle BAD. So this is by CPCT. Angle ABC is equal to angle BAD. So these two angles are equal, we have proved. This ABC is that ABC triangle, this BAD is the other triangle, from the other triangle we take. So by CPCT, both the angles are equal. Now, since it is a parallelogram, AD is parallel to BC. AD is parallel to BC. Since it is parallel, co-interior angles will be supplementary. Okay, that is angle ABC plus angle BAD. This is equal to 180 degree. So this is co-interior angles. Co-interior angles are supplementary. Since AD is parallel to BC, co-interior angles will be supplementary. That is, AB is the transversal. If you take AD and BC are parallel, AB is the transversal. So you will get ABC and triangle and angle BAD. These two angles are equal to 180 degree. Just now we have proved that ABC is equal to BAD. So instead of this BAD, again I am substituting ABC. Since it is equal, ABC plus angle ABC is equal to 180 degree. So 2 times of angle ABC is equal to 180 degree. So angle ABC is equal to 90 degree. So what I told you, if we prove any one angle is 90 degree, then we can say that the whole parallelogram is a rectangle. So we have proved that angle ABC is 90 degree. So with this we have proved that ABCD, parallelogram ABCD is a rectangle. ABCD forms a rectangle. Okay. So with this I am completing today's class. In the next class I will be doing remaining sums in this exercise 8.1. So keep practicing. If you have any doubts, post me in the comment box. Thank you.